Black Ops 7 is getting overhated. Well, at least that's what the internet's saying. What is up, guys, and welcome back. We're talking about Black Ops 7 yet again here because a lot of the discourse here going on Twitter, YouTube comments, Reddit. A lot of people are saying that Black Ops 7 is overhated. People are saying that Black Ops 7 is not deserving all the hate that it's getting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, boom, I just want to show on the screen here the reveal trailer for Black Ops 7 with someone's plugin, not my own, had, what is this, 4 million views. I had to do the commas there real quick. Yeah, 4 million views, 50,000 likes, 344,000 dislikes. At the time that this screenshot was taken, this is accounting for 87% of the views was dislikes, or 87% of the potential ratings. Almost 90% of them was in not support, unsupport of Black Ops 7. And I want to take a deep dive onto why today. You know, I want to talk about it. Is this forced hate? Is this just people just Battlefield 6 fans? Is this Call of Duty fans just hating for the sake of hating, or just sick of the franchise? Like, let's talk about it. You know, I got some clips here from Modern Warzone, or rather tweets from Modern Warzone. And we're going to talk a bit about some of the replies. And then, of course, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. You know, this isn't a Dynamite channel without me spreading my opinions on the world. So, you know, if you're interested in the video, if you learned something, feel free to strap in, leave a like, subscribe, hit that sub button, you know, do all that stuff. Let me know in the comment section down below. Right now, before I even get started, you know, I'll know if you watch the video first, but just right now, before we even get started, is Black Ops 7 overhyped in your opinion? Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? And then let me know why or why not. I'd be very curious as to know why. So this whole train of thought starts from Modern Warzone. You know, the main guy, Doug, my boy, he says, do you think Black Ops 7 deserves all of the hate it's receiving online? He posted this August 23rd, which was a couple of days ago by the time you guys are watching this, and got like 455,000 views. So a lot of people saw this, a lot of people chimed in, and we're just going to talk about some of the main replies. So the first guy, Expert Fusion, actually subbed to him. We follow each other as well, so go check him out if you haven't already. He's an up-and-coming great dude. He says, Black Ops 7 itself doesn't deserve the hate, especially not the trailer, but maybe the Call of Duty franchise as a whole has some problems it needs to address. And of course, Doug has to chime in here saying, this is what I'm thinking is happening, and BO7 just happens to be releasing on the year the revolt begins. Before I move on, I just want to emphasize, like, this is kind of the main point. I think Expert Fusion here has hit it essentially on point. Basically, I am pretty much in agreement here. You can call me a shill or whatever, but I don't think on paper Black Ops 7 looks bad, right? When it comes down to it, like the stuff that we're getting, the stuff that they're including in the game, it doesn't sound bad. It's not like they're, you know, jamming, you know, they're probably going to jam microtransactions, but it's not like they're jamming like Ghost, the bad version from Black Ops 2. They're not jamming, you know, terrible ideas like Dead Man's Hand or Final Stand, things like that in our game. You know, when it comes down to it, it seems like they're actually trying to listen. They're trying, at least. And unfortunately, they're just kind of the unbeneficiary. Wow, I'm doing this again today. Like, what is it when you're not the beneficiary? Like, you're the sad victim of like the predecessors, right? It's kind of like if you had an older brother and he like killed someone, like people are going to think you're crazy too, or something like that, like on purpose, right? Like it's like even if you didn't do anything wrong, you're basically at fault. You're guilty before innocent just because of like something else associated with you. That's, I think, what's happening with Black Ops 7. Now, in terms of Call of Duty itself, yeah, this is where they're talking about, and this is what I agree with. Call of Duty itself has a lot of problems. Call of Duty deserves a lot of hate. This is what I make videos on. This is what all the rage baiters out here do and make videos on. Yeah, Call of Duty has a lot of things they need to address. With the skill-based matchmaking, the way the game is just insanely unfun, right? I don't know how many times in an hour you're going to have fun. Maybe like one game, you know, it's just bad. It's just a system designed to get you to try your absolute hardest and basically make you miserable. You know, nobody is happy at the end of these matches. Nobody is like, yes, that was so fun. Maybe like one dude out of a lobby of like 12. And then the next game he gets thrown into a super sweat match and then he hops off, you know, like nobody has fun. People are just, you know, on this hamster wheel for camos or for prestige. I just can't see a world where, you know, unless you're in like the bottom barrel of the skill-based matchmaking lobbies where you're playing with people who like also don't have thumbs or something like that, I can't see how you are consistently having fun playing Call of Duty. And unfortunately, maybe through no fault of its own, Black Ops 7 is unfortunately going to follow suit. It is going to be more of the same, right? People are saying Black Ops 6 is literally going to be, the predecessor of Black Ops 7, as in Black Ops 7 is going to be basically Black Ops 6. It's not going to be that different. It's going to be the same game. It's going to be the same idea, maybe the movements be different. Obviously, the maps are going to be different. The weaponry, maybe some HUD mechanics, but at the core principle of it, every single Call of Duty game is essentially the same. And if they tune the matchmaking so that it's against most of the player base and only benefits like a small percentage of the casual player base, which is what, skill-based matchmaking or engagement optimized matchmaking is essentially doing, well, yeah, you're going to chase a lot of your players off. And I don't know. It's like basically what Doug said, like people are going to revolt. People are going to stop pre-ordering, stop playing the game. I'll do an entire video on why you should not pre-order the game, but that'll come in another time. Let's look at some more replies. This dude named Andrew says, incredibly forced. He's talking about the hate. It's largely by a fan base that should be celebrating finally having a good game instead of just revolting over a sprint change. And Doug has to chime in. He says, I think COD players and fans themselves are also hating because they're tired of the direction the franchise is heading, or at least they're sick of things feeling like they don't change based on community feedback. I think he's right. I mean, Doug is right here. He's actually not being like a gooch-licking shill for once. But Andrew, my man, what are you talking about? Largely forced. You're talking about Black Ops 7 hate not being a thing at all. You don't think that the hate should be there at all? You think we should be excited for Black Ops 7? Like, I think if Black Ops 7 was its own entity, it didn't have the words Call of Duty on the box, and it was just a brand new shooter, and it was like, yeah, we're going to have some specialists, we're going to have some Omni movement, we're going to have a lot of weapons and like 16 maps at launch, I think a lot of people would be pretty hyped. If you scratch the words Call of Duty off of the box and just called it like Milsim 1 or something like that, and just made it like look slightly futuristic, basically the same art style, same amount of content and weapons and things like that. Even if you don't have like a DLC system set up, like I think people would eat this up. People would be like, wow, like finally something that could dethrone Call of Duty, not knowing that Call of Duty is essentially making it. It's because of the words Call of Duty. People are hating on it because the franchise, like Doug says, is not going anywhere. It's just going wherever the money's going. It's going wherever the shareholders want it to go. And it doesn't feel great, It doesn't feel great. Me playing Call of Duty day in and day out, or year in and year out, rather. I don't really play the game that much anymore, to be honest. But year in and year out, getting it every single time, getting the camo, playing with some homies, and then come January, February, it's like, wow, this game just fell off a cliff. Like, people are sick of that. People want a game where it's like they're dropping $70, $80, $100 and they don't feel like they just wasted it by the time January comes up, by the time like 2-3 months go by. I also think a lot of people are hyped for Battlefield 6 for this exact reason. People are excited to play a game that hopefully will last a little bit, I think the gaming space right now, just quick side note, hasn't been that great, aside from like Fortnite. I guess people who play like Valorant and League, there's no like top game that's coming out right now that's like dominating people. And, if there is, I'll probably get roasted in the comments for not knowing what it is, or maybe you guys think that there is some top game that's out there right now. And the last little reply here that I want to talk about is from 100 Thieves Ebates. Never heard of this dude. He goes, no, it doesn't deserve any hate. We haven't seen any gameplay yet. You'll always see more hate on the internet than positivity, which I guess is true. I wouldn't say doesn't deserve any hate. I don't think I would be hating. Truthfully, hate is kind of a strong word. I don't think I would say hate. I would say we should be cautiously skeptical, not even optimistic. I don't think Call of Duty has given us the right to be optimistic anymore. I think that we need to be like either pessimistic or just like skeptical. Like being skeptical in this case makes the most sense. There's no world where, we should be optimistic at this point. Call of Duty has literally trashed us and just not given us like what we wanted for so many years in a row now that is like, what are we even getting excited for? That's just the way I see it. And Doug says, except for when it comes to Battlefield reveal and beta, where essentially he's saying that everyone loved the Battlefield beta and that, they should do more things like that. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? I think that the first tweet from Expert Fusion was right. I think, the trailer doesn't necessarily deserve hate. The Black Ops 7 doesn't necessarily deserve hate, but Call of Duty as a whole definitely does. It definitely has a lot of problems, and I just can't see myself getting on board for being excited about this franchise, this game. Will I get it? Probably. You know, this is a Call of Duty YouTube channel. I think a lot of losers in the comments don't understand what that means. I'm going to talk about the game. Does that mean I should be playing it every single day, buying it? No, but guess what? I'm going to talk about it. So yeah, I'm probably going to get it. That's just the way I see it. And yeah, that's the way I do it. I mean, you know, I make my money. I want to spend it how I want to. That doesn't mean I'm going to buy microtransactions. That doesn't mean you have to. I think everyone wastes their money in different ways, and I just happen to do it on video games. So that's it for me, man. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. I'd be curious to know how you heard of me or where you came from, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, guys. Peace. Leave a like, and peace.